Hey, yo, what's going on? But once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, the talkers, Kingdoms out there. I'm especially talking to you guys, maybe some of you guys. This is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Freak 2011K Criticism Guy 2009. Of course, you guys are wrestling news channel, WCarFreedomNetwork.com, and of course, Trouble Series on that. If any people are interested in that business program, best partnership ever out of the good shit. Links in the description box down below and annotation on the side if any people are interested in that business program, best partnership ever out of the good shit. And of course, links down below to that company if any people are interested in that type of company partnership, if you're willing to do that stuff. And without further ado, let's begin. So, in a way, this is kind of sort of like video game related, but unfortunately, as much as I really, really hate talking about it, it's kind of like a little bit of a political standpoint type of like propaganda type of agenda bullshit that's going on here. But you know what? I'm still going to talk about it anyways in a fair, useful, non-discriminatory, and possibly non-profanity type of matter. So yeah, so it says, actually I have one from NeoGAF, and then the other article comes from NeoGAF and GeekNewsCentral.com for both of them. These were on May 5th and May 1st when this happened, but it's weird, I didn't even hear about this until like a couple days ago. A lot of people know him. He's a giant-ass, enormous prominent YouTuber. He's almost at 300,000 subscribers. Some people may know him as Desmond Asuma. Other people might know him as Etika World Network. I know that fool goes really, really crazy when he does his crazy ass reaction. And then sometimes I know lately he's been doing a lot of live streams of Fire Emblem Fates, Conquest, and Revolution. And he's been doing a little bit of Undertale here and there. So, he's been real manageable in that shit. And he actually talked about Nintendo and the MH. He's been really, really impatient with that shit. That fool, he goes hard. I mean, I got a lot of respect, a lot of loyalty towards that man. It's funny as hell, man. Especially when he always does that little spawn site. Hey, shout out to my niggas on the spawn site, my nigga. Let's go! Like, that type of shit. That fool always makes me laugh my fucking ass. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny because I actually, back in the day, I was in elementary, middle school, and I was in the ghetto, and I used to live around that area. Fuck, I used to know crazy ass fools like that. Man, I mean, even to this day, I mean, I don't go down there anymore because there's a lot of different sectors over here when it comes. Well, you can say that a lot of part of the United States. I'm not going to try to get too political on it, but personal. But a lot of those fools, they would just pretty much either want to beat your ass or beat the living shit out of you, the snot. Or others of them, the ones I used to hang around with, used to like fuck around with each other, chill with each other, have jokes and shit. Trying to be racist or anything, but it is what it is. But other than that, yeah, let's begin. This one was from first NeoGAF. I'm only gonna read half of it because there's like a lot of little like it's kind of like Reddit. It's like split into a lot of little different parts of articles here. So it says a new White House petition was just created a few days ago with one simple demand. And this is from Captain Rage Quit 69. Oh wow! And then somebody else named Darklit Skywing and Technique decided to respond to this thing. So it says the USCIS should recognize all esports as a legitimate sport so international players can come to the P1 visas. This petition arises from an ongoing situation regarding one of the best Super Smash Bros. Melee players in the world, William Leffen Hegelet. In 2015, Mr. Hegelet was deported from the United States because he was sponsored by an American company while using tourist visas, when he needed a work visa after applying for a P1 visa, which is what professional athletes use to come to the U.S., he was denied due to Super Smash Bros. Melee not being recognized as a legitimate quote-unquote sport. Competitors in other esports such as League of Legends has been approved for P1 visas in order to travel the U.S. and compete. There we go. Such as League of Legends have been approved for P1 visas in order to travel the U.S., completely giving their precedence set with the League of Legends and other esports should be considered legitimate sports in order to create and let players come and compete in the United States. Quote gives a good summary of the situation that prompted this. For months now, Leffen, a top Super Smash Bros. Melee player, has been unable to compete in the U.S. tournaments due to not having the proper visa. He is not the only vulnerable player, however. There are numerous other players in the Smash scene that have fallen victim to this such as MK Leo, the top player from Mexico. I thought it was that dude Zero. Huh, I guess not. From Mexico, who was unable to compete in the American tournaments due to the issue of obtaining a visa. Super Smash Bros. Isn't even the only scene either. Other esports have to deal with this as well. And there are those from the FGC, there we go, who can relate to Leafen's play. Top Flight game player by Kane Blovarier, hopefully I didn't butcher that name, Blovarier expresses worries as well as saying, I think this is the same one, I'm not sure. Now I'm sure you must be wondering, but what about the other international players like Amanda? Why don't they have the same issue? Well, simply put, Amanda is sponsored by a European company, whereas Leafen is sponsored by an American company. This is what led to this is what led to Leafen's troubles in the first place, as he was deported under the assumption that he was committing tax evasion by, quote, earning, unquote, tournament winnings under a tourist visa, as well as the U.S. CIS is made of human beings with subjective views on how legitimate esports are. You can fully change this. But what can I do to help, you might be asking? Well, simply put, just sign the petition linked here to show your support in this movement. It takes all of 30 seconds and an email verification that brings us one step closer to legitimizing not just Smash Bros. And not just fighting games, but all of esports. And it's our real capitalizer, all of esports. Just in case you're wondering. If we want to promote our games, it is important to promote international talent as well. You don't have to live in the United States to sign a petition either. Anyone who can sign, whether you are from Europe, Asia, or 5 miles away from the Canadian-U.S. border. Oh, it looks like it says something else, but it did. So please, I implore you not just to sign this petition, but to share this with everyone you know and who you may care about, such as matters. Every bit helps, and in 2 days we've already assumed nearly 20,000 out of the 100 signatures needed. Here's an article where you can look out for Leafen's situation. By the way, finally, if you want to see Leafen's return to North American soil, check out this Twitch stream of EGLX, a melee tournament taking place in Canada. Thanks for reading, by the way, and hopefully this isn't breaking any sort of rules. I'm not one who created this petition, nor am I the directly affiliated with those who created it. I just wanted to see this issue gain more attention, and I figured NeoGAF is in the same place to start. And then this other one is from Geek News Central. Hopefully it's not too long because the sun's going down really fucking quick. So it says ESPN, GNC. Oh, I'm only going to read half of this. It's too damn long. Sorry. So it says, are esports legitimate sports? This question has been argued on social media networks ever since ESPN began including esports events on its channel. You can tune in to watch the teams compete against here in video gaming order, such as League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, or Hearthstone, on the same channel that brings you baseball, soccer, and other traditional sports. There is a petition on We the People, the White House, supporting his website, that is exactly what, that's not even that. I gotta do that again, sorry guys. There's a petition on We the People, the White House petition website, asking the United States government to recognize all esports as legitimate sports. The goal of this petition is not simply to win the Twitter war about whether or not esports are as valid as basketball. This petition is also asking for international esports players to be able to get a permit that allows them to compete into the United States. The petition is called the U.S. CIS to recognize all esports. Legitimate sports is so internationals can come to the U.S. on P1 visas. That's a mouthful. The U.S. CIS and United States Citizenship and Immigration Services petition says, you can read that on your own, all that shit. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I know I wasn't really the biggest fan when it came to a lot of these Twitch, YouTube gaming type of competitive Smash Bros. And Smash Bros. Melee, all these type of other games, even freaking the Mortal Kombat. I was really big into those back in the day. Even before it was even on Twitch. I think it was like on Justin TV before it was Twitch TV. I was actually real big into it even before like 2008 and 09. Almost the late stages, the late stages of the 2009s. Or the early 2000s year of that decade. Let's be a little bit more specific there. I mean, this is a little bit of a pain in the ass. It really, really sucks. It happens on a lot of other things. It happens with fucking Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft and a whole bunch of other categories that are out there. Like the ones I just showed you, a lot of those other competitive series out there. Like, I remember back in the day, they actually even had like little competitive areas where they used to do Guitar Hero and Rock Band before unfortunately fell flat on its face and kind of ran out of business. Even though I heard a couple of rumors last year that the Guitar Hero like game was coming back. I mean, it did come back, but it just didn't like have that same shine like it did in the mid-late 2000s. Very big prominent time in my life, obviously. Once again, it relates to me being in high school. I'm sorry if you guys get sick of that, but other than that, that's kind of a pain in the ass to go through, man. It really, really fucking is. I mean, there's even other games out there that do this type of like tournament-style things, like besides the fighting games. Even though there's like so many other ones, there's ones that do for racing games, or ones do it for horror genre series. There's a lot of different genre series out there that do this. Even the RPGs, MMORPGs, JRPGs that do this. There's a lot of other different business practices that they do with this with these competitive tournaments. Obviously. And as far as not to being very political or anything like that, I doubt if fucking Obama's gonna go down there and like give him a congratulations on passing on his bill. There's a couple things I'm gonna say, I would say about him, but that's more my criticism guy 2009 channel. I basically like kind of slandered the dude's name a little bit. I'm sorry, because I was still like really big in the truth or conspiracy theory type of movement, alternative media news, and the truther things and theories and all that shit with Illuminati, Freemason shit. Yeah, I mean, there's like billions of videos on the internet. Just Google it. Google it yourself. I'm not even gonna go here and explain it. I've explained it like thousands of times on that channel like 2 years ago. But other than that, I just got sick and tired of it because it was extremely depressing and just kind of made me feel like crap whenever I was done with it. There was never no light at the end of the tunnel, no positive vibes. That's why I dropped out of that community. But other than that, I mean, I'll talk about it once in a while here and there, but just not as much anymore. As far as everything else goes, that's it's pretty much my only knowledge when it comes to politics and all that shit. Like, besides the bullshit U.S. state senators, fucking Democrat, Republican, fucking crap, which I cannot fucking stand. And I'm just going to stop myself there before I pretty much offend someone in kind of a racial term, and I really don't want to do that. That's not what my channel's all about. And I got to like wrap this video up because it's probably almost pitch black. You probably even see me anymore. Last two things I'm going to say about this, there's a whole bunch of other video games that they do this with. They do it with Gran Turismo. They do it with like a couple other things, like how they did with... There's a lot of speedrunners that do this, like Portal, Uncharted, all the Lord Cross series for like the Sony games. And some places like some game titles like Ratchet & Clank, God of War. They even did it with the old school PS1, PS2 games, but this is before this was even a thing with competition like Spyro Dragon, Crash Bandicoot, Crocs and all that stuff, Wallace and Gromit. And of course a lot of modern day games. It's just still Nintendo IP titles like how they did with Star Fox, Legend of Zelda, what else? Splatoon. I wouldn't be surprised. That's a big giant tournament sellout. Along with, not sellout, but like competitive style scenes that people like to play with most of the time. And of course the big two, in my own personal opinion, when it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to big giant competitors and all that stuff, which I personally see it in my own personal like standpoint and vision and viewpoints. Your guys might be a little bit different. Number one being the biggest one, obviously, is Pokemon. And then possibly the other one, how they did with, before Super Mario Maker was around, was that Super Mario thing, Kaiju or Kaizo, where everyone like try to do like their world record things and everything like that. And people would go apeshit. They will go absolutely insane with that crap. You know? Obviously, those are the two that really, really make the money. They're pretty much making the bacon for Nintendo. Those are pretty much Nintendo's freaking piggy banks, cash cows most of the time when it comes to the Super Mario franchise and the Pokemon franchise. That's not what I'm here to talk about. As far as the unfortunate events that happened to him, I mean, I only know a few people that did a whole competitive Smash Bros. And Smash Bros. Mainly, Smash Bros. 4, and the Wii U. Smash Bros. Brawl and Wii U is like people like the Mewtwo King dude, Zero, I think Shofu, I don't know if he's really, really big into that. Hungry Box. There's a couple of them I know. I'm not extremely super familiar with because I don't watch them on a daily basis when it comes to those things on Twitch. I usually watch them like once a month. My life is way too extremely busy most of the time, sadly. But it is what it is. But it's really, really fun. Whenever I get to sit down and watch a couple Twitch live streams of those guys, absolutely awesome. Phenomenal as fuck, man. They definitely bring the deliver when it comes to the intensity a lot of these competitors have. Is absolutely flawless. Wild as hell. And shout out to this other dude, I know his name is Player Essence. He actually covered this about a couple days ago, almost a week ago. I think last week, Saturday, correct me if I'm wrong, when he talked about the Step Your Game Up competition. The dude fucking killed it. He just definitely, he demolished the fucking thing in an amazing, positive vibe type of way. So yeah, I'm not extremely familiar with this series. I mean, I'm a little bit familiar with it here and there, but I'm not a daily Twitch live stream user, a daily Twitch viewer, you know? I'm more of a monthly Twitch viewer. That's what I am. Plus, not to be like age discriminatory, most of the people I watch are usually like little teens and 20-year-old somethings. Even though I'm in my 20s, but I'm almost hitting my 30s pretty damn soon. So yeah, most of them aspire to little teenagers. I never had a little brother or sister to do that sort of thing. And I'm not trying to talk down or be age discriminatory or anything before this video drags on any longer. One thing I will say is that I don't really watch the Pokemon Shiny hunting live streams too much because a lot of their freaking viewers most of the time are little teenagers, and it just feels kind of awkward like watching them most of the time. Because I already had my time there like, 8-9 years ago? It was a while back when I was a teen. And that's when the old school things were still around, like Blog TV and Stickcam, you know? And that's before they did it for money, you know? Nowadays, it's pretty much $1 in everyone's pocket. That's what it comes from when it comes to a lot of these Twitch live stream users. Not trying to contradict myself or make myself look like a hypocrite, but that's sadly what it's mostly about. But at the same time, I can understand some people doing this for a living. I totally respect that. I'm not trying to shit on what their job credentials are most of the time, or what their skills and talent that they have to bring to the table in this world, and they provide for this world, and what they could change with this world's environment can be. I'm not trying to be an asshole at all like that whatsoever. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Just on my own personal viewpoints and standpoints of certain situations and certain groups and certain individuals of this world, I kind of have like a different like aspect or outlook to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to drag the video any longer. I already like spoken way off track by now. Links in the description box down below. Annotation aside, you can read the other half that I didn't read from Geek News International. I think that's what it was. Hold on one second. Oh, it's getting extremely late now. So yeah, Geek News Central, and that's it. Peace out once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, otakus, ikimonos out there. Now let me get my drink before I finish that off. That's better. We'll see you when I see you guys. A good day, have a good night, wherever you are at around the world. Don't drink, smoke, at the same time. Don't take them reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective out there. And until then, next one, guys, peace out, ladies and goodbye. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon. Brand new videos on this channel almost every single day. Stay in the grind, stay safe, stay healthy, be easy, be you, do it yourself. Peace out, my sauerkraut. I'm gone to get a lot of here. Stay tuned for more future content on this channel. Stay tuned for more updates. Stay safe, everyone. Stay tuned for more future vlogs and videos and updates. And of course, as always, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and PC, and gaming and anime manga news as well. And I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace out. Ladies, deuces, goodbye. I'm gone to get a lot of here. Stay tuned for more future epic content. Of course, like I said before, I'll say it again. Oh, one more other thing. I'm still going to be doing that 700 plus subscriber special soon enough. Everything's already set and good to go. Saturday. Definitely be on the lookout for that. And happy Memorial Day. If any people live here in the United States, it's a 3-day vacation that people usually celebrate with their family and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Deuces, I'm out. Goodbye, and talk to you guys soon. See you later.